Community Ambassador Programme will help to achieve greater diversity by giving our communities the opportunity to get to know the police.
We want our reach to extend far beyond the way we traditionally done things in the Met. We know we need to build that confidence with our communities. And we had this idea about creating a network of ambassadors that I describe in my HR language as headhunters. We need people in the community to spot the talent for the future. Talk to friends, talk to families, win hearts and minds, and give them access to the officers that we have now that have faced some of the challenges that they have done in their lives. And we think that that will genuinely start to achieve different results for the people that choose to take up a career in the Met.
But listening to the young people, we had 60, 70 young people in the room coming up with ideas, working with the officers, and this is the other bit around talent. So I've mentioned the talents from the college, but we also have talents from within our own staff who want to get involved, and I think that's where it's really important, is where we can bring our own staff into these programmes so they can work with young people, old people, different communities, and just understand, get that victim voice, that community voice, so that really brings home that understanding.
What we want to do is make sure that it incorporates all of London, that it reflects London, and it gives the opportunity for so many who may not have thought of having a career in the police, but it gives them the opportunity to actually be part of it and show how they can serve this great city as well.
Why for me this Community Ambassador Scheme is such a fantastic opportunity. It's not me saying you should think about, as a young person, becoming a police officer or a member of the Met, because we have many police staff who help us too. It's other people saying, actually, why don't you think about it? Did you know that they did this? Did you know that you can work in the IT side? Did you know, I won't run through, we get 5 million telephone calls and sometimes answer those, and we've got to get to the jobs as well. And therefore people have high standards for us, and when we get it wrong, we should expect to be held to account. So for all those reasons, it's vitally important.
This is an incredible occupation that we must extend to all Londoners. So why do I think this time it's going to be a bit different, and this Community Ambassador Scheme is a bit different? Your ambassadors have to be a broad spread of people across the city, reflective of the city, to get the word out about what this career can be and what is possible. And I think that's why this time it feels a bit different.
I think if this Community Ambassador Scheme can make the impact I believe it can, then what it means, we've got lots of people out there in this 8.5 million megacity who are going to speak with us and for us, and we need that. Whether you are special, whether you're a volunteer, our cadets, 3,500 cadets and growing. This is another fantastic network. I'm really pleased to be associated with it. We'll do everything we can to support it. I'm sure it will be successful because Sonia won't let you do anything else.
When we first piloted Community Ambassador Programme, the biggest challenge is around young people and the oldies kind of connecting and communicating well. And we said, well, what is it that we need to do? And 2 things that he said was we need to build bridges and we need to develop stronger relationships. And I said, well, come on then, what are we going to come up with? And the first one was beat the police. Okay, and I remember saying that to the commissioner, he went, and I said, but it is sports, and it was beat the police football. And I'm proud to say that there's been a number of boroughs have had games. We won't ask who won, but they've had a few games. And they were also the instigator of Coffee with a Copper. And a number of boroughs, Newham have done it in Stratford Shopping Centre, Ealing have done theirs in their shopping centre, Lewisham have done theirs, and they're going down a tree. And I just want to say that young people, they've got so many great ideas that's going to go all across London. So you have been the creator of Coffee with a Copper, and in a decade's time, that's just what we do in the Met. So thank you very much, Alan.
And what this is about creating legacy. legacy, identifying talent within our own organisation and creating that legacy and bringing up the future leaders who are already there, who are doing such a fabulous job.
Confidence in the police was, in the Met, was at or around just over 50%, which I thought was unbelievably low. We've seen that climb, of course, to 66%, but surely we want to have a situation where Black Londoners, Asian Londoners, White Londoners, all the communities across London, the vast majority of them have confidence in our police service. And we know how to do that. In this room we've got the Borough Commander of Waltham Forest, an unbelievably diverse borough with very high levels of confidence, and it's unsurprising that the single thing they get right is how they engage with communities.
So, if we want the best, then we need to provide opportunities for these people to experience firsthand what it's like to work with the Met, to really showcase some of the brilliant stuff that we're doing. They'll connect with serving BME, female and staff networks, and we've heard some great discussions, and of course Denise touched on that, Janet touched on that briefly earlier. It will provide career planning, assistance and information-rich support to all of those issues.
But I have to say, the idea of playing sport with cops, having a coffee with them, recognising that they're human beings, just like us humble politicians, I think everything you're doing with the Community Ambassador Programme, the army of volunteers that you're bringing behind this programme speaks so highly of why London is such a fantastic city, and I hope that we see the Community Ambassador Programme touching all our communities right across London. Thank you very much.